Are we good? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chapman Arena here on this Thursday evening of basketball action between the Firebirds and the visiting Harry S. Truman Tigers. We're a little bit behind here on the broadcast today, but I'm David Spansky, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Caden Stewart. Caden, we'll get to introductions in just a moment, but we have the national anthem and the player lineup. So we'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel.
Special needs opportunities in the Philadelphia area. Please turn your attention to center court and welcome tonight's honorary captain, Michael Henley. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise at this time for the playing of our national anthem. Chapman Arena in the Firebird Fieldhouse for tonight's PIAA game featuring Harry S. Truman High School and Holy Ghost Prep. Introducing tonight's starting lineups. First for the Tigers of Harry S. Truman High School. Number 10, Michael Burns. Number 13, Wyatt Spinks. Number 20, Javier Adams. Number 23, Makai Jackson. And number 00, Ethan Flail. Head coach of the Tigers is Tyrone Lewis. And now the starting lineup for the Firebirds of Holy Ghost Prep. At forward is 6'6" junior number 33, Mel Lindsay. At guard,
All right, everybody. Welcome here to the Firebird Fieldhouse. We are set for tip-off between the Firebirds and the visiting Harry S. Truman High School Tigers. Caden, it should be a good matchup today. Give me the biggest thing you're looking forward to.
I say the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is the lack of Harry S. Truman's road appearances and road wins. Ghost really has the advantage coming in. I think this could be a big rebound game going into the final stretch and heading towards the state playoffs.
I think it's going to get loud in here tonight. Dylan Sheed with the layup for 2. Firebird starters are Shane Riley, Dylan Sheed, Ryan Sylvester, Mel Lindsay, and Aiden Graham. Truman goes with Makai Jackson to Michael Burns, back to Flail. Flail underneath, back out for a 3. It's Spinks who misses the 3, rebound by Sheed. He springs Riley going the other way. Shane drives, now slows down the pace. Thinking about giving it to Aiden Graham, bounces underneath from Sheed. Sylvester tries to make a move, and we'll have a walk here against Ryan Sylvester and the Firebirds.
Let's go, White!
The important thing for Ghost is don't get too aggressive early. Like I said last week, neither team, including New Hope, was very impressive towards the end of the game. Truman not very impressive either. Ghost looking to really step it up as a back half. There you go.
I think the roof is going to come off this building tonight. There's a lot of people here, especially the student section. Here's Dylan Sheed going the other way for the Firebirds to Ryan Sylvester, who makes the layup. 2 for 2 so far for the Firebirds. 2 layups. It's 4-0 HGP. Here's Makai Jackson the other way for the Tigers. The senior guard controls things, being guarded by Graham. To Flail. Flail being guarded by Lindsay. Beyond the arc, now being double teamed. Good passing here by Truman. The 3 is good. Knocked down by number 23, Makai Jackson. And it's now 4-3, Caden.
So another important thing here earlier in the game, Ghost, most of their turnovers and fouls have come directly after a big-time points by their opponent. Truman with the 3, they need to make sure they're patient.
Mel Lindsay has it all his way. He has a 2. Gives the Firebirds a 3-point lead. Makai Jackson to Flail. Now back to Burns. Burns, thinking about it, gives it off to Adams. Javier Adams. Back out to Burns. Burns, he takes the 3, and this one's off. Rebound, picked up. Still with the Truman Tigers in the away black uniforms. They come into this game 1 and 9.
Yeah.
And we'll have an offensive foul against Truman. What a start, Caden.
And this is the exact type of start that Ghost needed. Keep the fans engaged. Truman, not a very good team. If Ghost can keep the fans engaged, it should be a blowout.
The foul is against Ethan Flail. Tigers again coming into this game 1 and 9. Firebirds are 7 and 6. They've won 2 in a row, trying to make it 3. Sylvester back to Lindsay. Lindsay to Riley on the left side. Riley now gives it off to Graham, who makes a nice move. Aiden Graham with the 2.
So the Firebirds again executing perfectly on the offensive side. Now it's time for the defense.
Mid-range is good for Makai Jackson from the free throw line. And it's now 8-5 HGP. Graham takes it up the court, crosses half court to Riley. Riley, a very good 3-point shooter, fakes, now drives underneath in the paint. Gives it off to his fellow senior Ryan Sylvester, who misses the layup. Rebound, picked up, going the other way. It's Ethan Flail. Flail in front of the Firebirds bench, makes a move, was double teamed, and it's stolen. Pickpocketed. Lindsay to Dylan Sheed. Sheed is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's a very smart foul there by Truman. One of their few smart fouls, but that one preventing an almost guaranteed 2-point play.
Flail's second foul. Team's second. Firebirds leading by 3. A little bit less than 5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Sheed misses the first one. He'll get one more. France Fabian will check in for the Tigers. Out there for the Firebirds right now, it's Sylvester, Lindsay, Sheed, who's at the free throw line, along with Aiden Graham and Shane Riley. David Chepansky with you here, along with Caden Stewart, here on this Thursday evening. Firebirds extend the lead to 4. 1 for 2 at the line for Sheed.
Say free throws are also going to come in to be a big factor. Both teams coming with a lot of fouls every single game. So foul shots, if it's a close game, will really decide the game.
Here's Jackson. Jackson being guarded by Aiden Graham. Adams trying to get around Lindsay. Good defense by Mel. Adams in the pink sneakers tries to get rid of it. He does. Almost stolen by Sheed. Here's a corner three for Fabian, and this one misses. Rebound picked up by Mel Lindsay. Lindsay now takes his time, getting up the court, now makes a move. Mel Lindsay gets around 2 Tigers and gives the Firebirds a 6-point lead. Mel Lindsay starting to heat up here.
Said Lindsay always seems to be heating up, and again, this is important for momentum for Holy Ghost. Although they won't need it early, the more momentum they have, the better it gets. Right.
Another offensive foul here against the Tigers. It's against Javier Adams, the junior guard. But yeah, Caden, momentum can be your best friend in sports. Riley will inbound to Graham. 4 minutes left to play here in this first quarter of action. It's been eventful. This pass was wide, but picked up by the tall Lindsay. Lindsay underneath to Sylvester, and this one was stolen by Fabian, but it was tipped out of bounds by the sophomore guard, Franz Fabian, and it will stay with HGP. The Truman Tigers are coached by Tyrone Lewis. Sylvester is blocked, going up for the layup, and we'll have a foul. It will be against the Firebird. It's on Aiden Graham. The Firebirds did play Truman in the tip-off tournament. It was a win. Firebirds did win the tip-off tournament prior to the start of this season. Here's a three. It's from way out, and it misses. Rebound is fought for, but a Tiger comes away with it. Firebirds need to do a better job rebounding here early in this one. Mekhi Jackson with the ball at the top of the key, being guarded by Lindsay. Jackson now calls for a play, tries to make a move. Lindsay stays with him. Back out to Adams. Adams commits an offensive foul. Javier Adams. And the Tigers now going to switch to the defensive side of things. That was against Michael Burns, the senior forward. Seamus McDermott going to check in off the bench for the first time today for the Firebirds. Aiden Graham going to take a seat for a couple moments. So out there for the Firebirds right now, it's Sheed, McDermott, Riley, Sylvester, and Lindsay. Seamus to Riley. It's for three from the corner. This one a little bit too much. Rebound is hauled in by Mekhi Jackson. Jackson with speed. Ryan Sylvester fights for it. Will the jump ball, and it will go to Truman. That's the one thing you would actually wish, Kate, that I wish at least, was that jump ball would actually be a jump ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of possession.
Would make it more exciting.
True. It really would. But they don't have it at the college level either. So. Inbounding is Michael Burns to Adams. Adams being guarded by Sylvester. Now has 2 HGP players on him. Back to Burns. Burns to Jackson. Jackson, and it's going the other way. She to Sylvester. Ryan Sylvester. Timeout, Truman.
As minor as it may be, the more timeouts Truman has to call, that goes to sign they're playing as best as they possibly can. It means Truman wants to slow the game down, and that's exactly something that Ghost will not allow them to do.
Well, it's a great start, Caden. Firebirds up by 8. We'll see if they can continue their hot start and make it 3 in a row. 3 straight wins, that is. We'll be right back here on the HGP YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more. All right, everybody. Welcome back here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Shapansky with you here along with Caden Stewart. Good game so far. Firebirds leading by 8, 13-5 over the visiting Harry S. Truman High School Tigers. Out there for Coach Chapman's Firebirds out of the timeout, it's McDermott, Sylvester, Lindsay, Sheed, and Riley. And a note here, Ethan Flail is not on the Truman roster that we received prior to today's game, but he was added. He's a starter in this game, and he has the most points in the district. Thank you, Matthew. Start here for Fabian, who gives it to Burns. Back out. Here's a three. It's from Mekhi Jackson. This one was in and out. Firebirds need rebounds. Fabian fakes it, and he traveled. That travel was pretty clear there.
Yep.
Blake Alvarez checks in for the Tigers. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. Check us out also our Firebird Morning News earlier this morning and all the other events happening here on campus. Stay up to date. Firebirds are going to get ready for a stretch in February where they're going to play a lot of games, not in a row, but pretty close to one another. So stay tuned for that. McDermott back out to Sylvester. Here's Dylan Sheed. It's for three. The senior misses the three from the corner. Rebound. Here's Seamus McDermott. This one just a little too much. Good job by Ryan Sylvester, who fights for the rebound every second of the way. And we'll have a foul here, Caden.
That's also important for Holy Ghost to be aggressive. Don't back off the ball. I saw a lot of backing off the ball, which gave our opponents more rebounds than Holy Ghost. That proved to be a really big factor coming towards the end of the game.
Sean McGranahan is what I was going to say. Checks in for the Firebirds. Checking out is Ryan Sylvester. So McGranahan, Sean, checking in here. Mel Lindsay with the ball. Back out to Seamus McDermott. It's for three, and it's good. Seamus McDermott, all net. Here's the Tigers. It's Mekhi Jackson. Back to Lewis. Lewis checking in for the first time here today. Mekhi Jackson in the corner working against Sheed. What a move here by Mekhi Jackson, and we'll have an N1 for the senior guard Tiger. Looks like they're throwing some stuff into the crowd, maybe some free giveaways. I don't know. There are a good amount of students here so far today. Firebirds up by 9. One at the line for, and it's good. One at the line for Mekhi Jackson. Cuts the deficit to 8 for the Tigers. Ian Hendricks checks in for the first time. Mr. Profi's favorite number, 25.
Oh, that's his favorite number.
Yeah, I think so.
I got that bonus
He
question
did
wrong.
say a couple numbers there. McDermott to Riley. Riley in the corner to McGranahan. The senior to Mel Lindsay. Lindsay to Hendricks. Back to Seamus. Seamus makes the move, going to work here against Burns. Here's a three for Mel Lindsay. For three from way deep. Firebirds up by 11. What a shot by Mel.
So, and Ghost just keeps piling it on. Once again, they're keeping the fans engaged, and they're keeping the ball hot as well.
And they're in low foul trouble here so far, but as soon as I said that, a foul was called. The foul is on Sean McGranahan. It's his first, team's third. Truman is 4, Firebirds with 3 fouls. Firebirds leading by 11. It's 2 at the line for Shanbul Lewis, the senior guard, who just checked in a couple moments ago. And it's good. First one is good for Lewis. Check in here for the Firebirds. Coach Chapman is going to substitute in Aiden Graham. Shane Riley will take a rest. So out there for the Firebirds, it's Graham, Hendricks, McGranahan, McDermott, and Lindsay. Second one for Lewis is good, and Shanbul Lewis goes perfect at the line. Cuts the deficit to 9 for the Tigers. Less than 60 seconds to play here in the first quarter. McDermott, it's for 3, and it's good. Seamus McDermott starting to heat up. He has 2 threes in the last couple minutes. Firebirds by 12, Caden.
So once again, it just keeps on piling up. Ghost needs as big as a lead as they possibly can. Oh. Yeah, you probably wouldn't delete that video if you're a Holy Ghost fan. Nasty cross up.
Here's Jackson. It's for 2, a long 2, in and out. Trying to put the rebound back in is Alvarez, but he missed. Going the other way, it's HGP. Aiden Graham with tons of speed has it all his way. Here's Sean McGranahan, who fakes. Back to Graham, underneath to Ian Hendricks. The junior gets the layup. 13 seconds left here, Caden. Firebirds by 2 touchdowns.
So, and I know it is very early in the game, but it seems like Ghost just has all the momentum and starting to run away with it.
The momentum is all HGP. This will not count. It's in the corner. Lewis did take the shot, but after the time ran out here in the first quarter, it's all HGP. They lead by 14. Biggest takeaway in that first quarter, Caden.
I would say the shots constantly dropping. Ghost not making Ghost making hardly any mistakes remotely on offense. They're getting the right shots off at the right times. They're figuring out ways to get open, and they're making the right plays in the paint.
Well, hopefully that can continue, Caden. Hopefully we can have good plays, no turnovers, limit the fouls. We'll see what's coming up here. On the other side of this break, David Shabansky, Caden Stewart. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, Caden, the electricity is in the building tonight. HGP taking on the Harry S. Truman High School Tigers, and they lead 24-10, Caden, as we get started for the second quarter of action.
If they keep this momentum, they get the ball first on offense, a three-pointer, and it's really put away.
Aiden Graham with speed to Sheed to McDermott. He's been hot here in the first half. Seamus tried to get the alley-oop to Sheed. They were on one communication length there. Just missed. Flail, the leading scorer in the district, misses the layup. Fighting for it is Flail. He's tall. He gets it back, and Flail is fouled. Ethan Flail will go to the line to shoot two. Coach Chapman not happy with that.
So the camera quality looking worse than Ben Simmons' jump shot. I apologize for that.
Foul is against Dylan Sheed. Firebirds leading by 14. Coach Chapman not happy with that call. Flail again the leading scorer in the district. First one is not good. Tigers going to make a bunch of substitutions here, it looks like. Actually just one. It looked like more than one was coming in. Not the case. One more for Ethan Flail. And that also misses. So Ethan Flail goes scoreless. A goose egg at the line. McDermott finds Graham, and he falls down. And hopefully Graham is okay. He looks like he may be in some pain, and he's limping.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the knee for sure. All right. Well, they're going to call on Jeff. I told him we were going to give him a shout-out today, but I was hoping it was in better order as Aiden Graham goes on the ground in pain. We'll take a timeout here on the HGP YouTube channel. Hopefully Aiden is able to get up on his own power. We'll be right back. Firebirds up by 14. All right, everybody. Well, welcome back here to the Chapman Arena. Firebirds up by 14, but more importantly, Aiden Graham going down in some pain, obviously. That was a tough collision there. The pass was a little high, and Aiden did a great job, always hard and hustle, as Aiden, and was able to pull in the pass, but there was a consequence that came with it, unfortunately, for Aiden, and we wish him the best. And, it's always tough to see, a brother go down like that, especially in his senior year is it's tough.
Yeah.
All right, Flail takes the 3 here, everybody. Keep Aiden in your thoughts and prayers here tonight. Seamus McDermott gives it off to Dylan Sheed. Sheed springs. Sylvester just missed. Ryan gets his own board and needs some help from the net here, and Sylvester is fouled. So at the line for Ryan Sylvester. First one for Ryan is nothing but net. Mel Lindsay going to check in for the first time here in this second quarter. So Mr. Burke is on the clock here for the first time tonight, our principal. Maybe not for the first time, but usually Mr. Helsley. So it says quarter 1. We are in quarter number 2.
Oh, boy.
So anybody out there, it's okay.
And he yells at me that I didn't choose Carlos Ruiz in our Mount Rushmore.
We'll give him his time. I don't want to yell because maybe he doesn't know how to do it. I don't want to embarrass him. I'm sure he knows how to do it. I just think he hasn't realized it yet.
I'll send him a text on the religion.
We'll get to him at halftime. Ryan is good for both. Flail was on miscommunication there and dropped it off for Jackson, but Mackay gets it back. Over to Fabian. Fabian being guarded by Seamus McDermott. Less than 7 minutes to play here in the first half of action. Burns, Michael off to Spinks. Spinks at the arc, gives it off to Fabian. Fabian already took a 3 earlier. There's Burns. Burns, Jackson takes the mid-range, and he's been good. Mackay Jackson with the mid-range. He's been their leading scorer so far here in this one, even though they do have the leading scorer in the district, in Ethan Flail.
So it goes now with 2 guys that need to shut down. They need to be working on that in the second half, although they haven't scored a lot today.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream at Seamus McDermott, who just missed. Tried to get his third 3 of the night. Here it is, 2. Mackay Jackson goes the other way, puts on the brakes. Ethan Flail from way out. It's for 3, and this one was in and out. So now HGP going to go the other way. Mel Lindsay, who's been good, finds Ryan Sylvester. A great pass by Lindsay and a great put-in for Ryan Sylvester.
I do have to say, Ghost has to get a little bit more shooting in than they usually do now. Truman, although taking a lot of shots and not scoring a lot of points, many of their shots that they've missed have been really in and out shots. So Ghost needs to really figure out a way to make up for that.
Mackay Jackson being guarded by Lindsay. They set the pick, and it's almost stolen by Sheed, but Jackson gets it back. Here's a 3 from the corner, and this one just missed.
Oh.
It was Spinks who took it. Riley fights for it. Weird pass, gets it back. Sylvester with tons of speed going the full court. And Ryan Sylvester is the last 4 points for the Firebirds. It's now a 17-point lead, and the boys are rolling tonight.
As much as Aiden Graham's injury concern is the highest priority, Ghost will need to find someone that can really step in and take his spot, and Sylvester's doing just that.
Flail makes a move around Sheed. Dylan stays right with him, and it's stolen. Seamus McDermott has to get past Fabian. He does. Seamus to Riley. He thought about it. Drives towards the paint, being guarded by Burns. Just missed the layup. Rebound picked up by Wyatt Spinks. Spinks now to Fabian. Fakes the 3. Gets around Lindsay. Fabian for 2. Rebound, Sheed. The senior now takes it the other way. Crosses the Firebirds logo. Lindsay, pass tipped by Burns.
Nice.
Getting it back is Sheed to Sylvester. Great passing here. Will the foul. It looks like it's against Ethan Flail. Mel Lindsay, the victim of that foul.
Michael Burns on the foul.
Michael Burns commits a foul, my bad. Noah McDermott going to check in Caden for the first time today. Out there for HGP, it's an on-the-floor foul. It's Riley, Lindsay, McDermott, Sylvester, and Sheed. McDermott to Lindsay. Here's Riley from the corner. It's for 3, and it is good. Shane Riley. Looks like everybody's shooting threes tonight, Caden.
So yeah, everyone's shooting threes, and they're all dropping. So that's always a good sign.
Well, we'll have a timeout called here by Tyrone Lewis. Firebirds up by 20. It's all HGP so far through a quarter and a half. We'll come back with more action on the other side of this break. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Welcome back here, everybody, to the Chapman Arena here on this cold Thursday evening outside. Firebirds are hot, though, here in the Chapman Arena. They lead 33-13 over the Harry S. Truman Tigers. Flail, the leading scorer in the district, hits for three. He's still looking for his first points tonight that are not on a free throw, and a player goes into the benches. That's number 31, Antonio Carr. Here's a three from Sheed. Rebound is picked up by Lindsay. Good thing Carr is okay, Caden, because he slammed into the bench. Dylan Sheed.
If anything, that's made the student section more hype. But that really looked way worse than it turned out to be.
Good thing we didn't have another injury.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would have been a shame. Again, best wishes to Aiden, who's getting some help from Jeff Jacoby, our athletic trainer. Javier Adams. Here's a three from the corner. This one is in and out, taken by Spinks. Rebound by Truman, and it goes the other way, and we'll have a half-court violation. Fabian was there to get it, but he already crossed half-court. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left to play.
If I'm Truman, I'm definitely telling my players to shoot 2-point shots, but even if I do that, Ghost still has a very comfortable lead. So as long as Ghost doesn't make any more mistakes throughout the game, or at least limits the mistakes, we should be in good position for a blowout win.
So HGP will have halftime entertainment here at the arena, but there will be no Mount Rushmore at halftime. We'll most likely have Mount Rushmore in the postgame show.
All right.
Riley to Lindsay from the way out in the corner. Rebound by Carr. Not Derek Carr, Antonio Carr. Ethan Flail makes the layup, and he's on the board, the leading scorer in the district. Here's Mel Lindsay. Good pass from Sheed, a little high. Lindsay goes up for the layup. He wanted the foul, did Mel, but he didn't get it. Carr now, Antonio thinks about it, gives it off to Flail. Flail now with speed, tries to get around Sheed. Wide open, it's Makai Jackson, and it's good. He's been their best scorer, Caden, for sure.
So definitely. Ghost needs to figure out a way to keep him contained. He could be the main reason why Ghost may lose this lead. They've already given up 5 straight points.
It's also a red out tonight. Ryan Sylvester goes up for the mid-range, but he misses. And now Truman trying to get on a run. Flail has it all his way towards the hoop, and Ethan Flail, the leading scorer in the district, is starting to get hot. Coach Chapman doesn't like it. He'll call a timeout. Caden, Firebirds now all of a sudden, well, they're still up by 15, but it was cut a little bit. All right, we'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Just about 2 minutes left to play here in the first half of action. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the Chapman Arena. David Chapansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here, along with Caden Stewart. Caden, it's been a treat so far. Firebirds up by 2 touchdowns, and, well, let's say one of them was a 2-point conversion.
So it is getting really exciting, but Ghost has allowed 7 straight points. This offensive drive will really, really shape how things are going to look.
Absolutely, Caden. Lindsay takes the mid-range, rebound picked up by Carr. Carr to Flail. Flail will cross the half-court logo. Flail tries to get around Sheed. Gives it to Jackson. Jackson hits for three. If it goes, then it's good. Makai Jackson for three.
Should be
We're
2.
going to count it for 2. Okay, it looked like he was on the other side, but we'll take it. We'll take it, Caden.
Yeah. No argument here.
It looked like both feet were behind the line, but they were not, thankfully, according to the refs. 13-point lead for HGP. Out there for Coach Chapman's Firebirds, it's Sheed, McDermott, Lindsay, Ryan Sylvester, and Shane Riley. McDermott to Mel Lindsay. Mel's been really good. He takes the three, and this one just a little too much. Hit the back of the rim.
The next time Ghost gets the ball on offense, they have to hold it for as long as possible. I know in baseball it's the same thing. If you're always striking out, don't swing on the first pitch.
And Flail turns it over. Student section with some words there for Ethan Flail, looked like. Maybe just excitement. Maybe it wasn't any specific words.
And you were worried about not having enough people.
It's exciting. Well, maybe.
There we go.
Shane Riley, it's for three. This place would have exploded. And we'll have a travel violation against Wyatt Spinks.
To be honest, I'm not sure if that was quite the right call, but again, no argument here.
That's always tough when you fall on the ground like that, going for the ball, and it's just like, well, I walked. Sylvester gets the inbound to Sheed, who inbounded it. 60 seconds to play. Riley to McDermott. Seamus, good pass to Ryan. Sylvester thinks about taking it. Sheed to Riley. Riley, the senior, to Ryan Sylvester. Great passing by the Firebirds, Caden. Back to 15.
Ghost doing everything right there. They held on to the ball for almost 20 seconds, and they got points out of it. They need to keep doing that.
Just 40 seconds left to play here in the first half of action. David Shapansky with you here along with Caden Stewart here on this Thursday evening. Carr to Flail. Flail, who has been starting to heat up recently, gets the ball to Adams. Just 25 seconds. Flail now makes a move, and, well, the foul. It's against the Firebirds, though. Thought it might have been a charge for a second. We'll see who they give it to. It may be Ryan Sylvester. It is against Ryan Sylvester. And it looks like it's on the floor. There's some confusion here. McGranahan going to check in for HGP, and Hendricks, the junior, will check out.
So it looked to be on the floor.
Yeah, it does look to be on the floor, as it should be. Inbounding is Spinks. Spinks tries to get around McDermott. He does. Antonio Carr in the corner being guarded by Sylvester. To Adams. Adams. And it's good. It's for 2. I thought the ref signaled 3. 7 seconds. Sheed thinks about it. Tried to get it to Sylvester. Last chance for the Tigers. It's Jackson, and he is fouled. He almost dunked. It looks like there will be a foul here. That was a very athletic play, though, by Jackson. The foul is on Ryan Sylvester. Both teams are going to end the half with 6. Go ahead, Caden.
Looks to be a technical foul.
Well, I think the refs are not on the same page because the one ref called it technical, which is fine.
Yeah.
But then the other ref, I think, thought it was halftime. I mean, it is, but like we're ready to go to the locker room. All right, here's Makai Jackson, and it's good. That was like the roller coaster. Firebirds up by 12, but the Tigers put a dent into it. Jackson is good. He makes both. And now HGP will go to the locker room. Coach Chapman is not happy. They lead by 11, 37-26. There will be more after the break. Hi, everybody. Welcome back here after a pretty interesting first half. The Harry S. Truman Tigers did cut the deficit. They were on a roll to end that first half and looked good, especially Mekhi Jackson, the senior guard. Firebirds, though, will try to come out of this and add to their 11-point lead. David Chmansky with you, along with Caden Stewart. Hope everybody's having a very good Thursday evening, wherever you may be. Going inbound, it's Wyatt Spinks. To Mekhi Jackson. Jackson at the logo. Being guarded by Mel Lindsay. Good pass underneath to Burns. Burns in the corner. It's for three if it's good. Javier Adams just misses the three, and it goes out of bounds. But it will stay with the visiting Tigers.
So Ghost really needs a long offensive possession, hopefully ending in points, but they're going to need a long point streak if they're going to rebound. They've already allowed, I think, been outscored 13-2 since in the final 4 minutes of the first half. Firebirds
trying to get their third straight win, and we'll have a travel here against Ethan Flail. Well, an offensive foul against Ethan Flail. Or Michael Burns. That's the way it's going. Sheet out there for the Firebirds, along with McDermott, Lindsay, Shane Riley, and Ryan Sylvester. Here's Riley. Riley tries to get around Jackson. Back up to McDermott. Here's Sheed in the corner. Sheed with a good pass to Lindsay. Lindsay in the paint. Mel Lindsay just missed the layup and the end one, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Firebirds passing, though, has been really good tonight.
So it really has. Like for the most part, they've really been on target. They've gotten a lot of good shots off because of the passing, and they've really scored. But you can count a lot of the points to the passing game.
And, you know, there was, before the game, they had first one at the line for Mel is good. Before the game, there was supposed to be a JV and a freshman game today, but both of those were canceled because they weren't supposed to play Truman. They were supposed to play another school, so it was varsity was just playing Truman, and JV and freshman playing the other school. For some reason, I'm blanking on it. But because that was canceled, the varsity players got some extra time to practice on passes, also work out a little bit, stretches, three-pointers, probably a little bit more than they would normally get if it was just, you know, a JV game before.
Yeah.
But a lot of the JV players are here in attendance. So.
Yep.
Over the line are good for Mel Lindsay. Firebirds up by 13. Here's Mekhi Jackson going to work against Lindsay. Mekhi has been really good so far in this one. He's the leading scorer for the Tigers. Back out to Flail. Flail fakes around Sheed. Now drives. It's Ethan Flail with a good move. The leading scorer in the district was looking for the foul. Didn't get it. Shane Riley stops, puts on the brakes, looks for Sheed, gives it to Sylvester. Here's Lindsay. Mel just missed the layup, rebound by Jackson, and he's all over the place, making some good plays. Mekhi Jackson in the corner. It's for three. This one just didn't quite have enough, and now the Firebirds with a good rebound. Sheed with a good pass to Riley, fakes the three, gets around a Tigers defender, and Shane Riley gets the job done, Caden. Firebirds are into the 40s.
Now Ghost finally picking up where they left off in the first quarter. Let's hope they can do that.
Yeah, the end of the second quarter was a little bit slow offensively and defensively for the Firebirds. Here's Jackson, Mekhi Jackson once again going one-on-one with Lindsay. Here's Lewis. Lewis being guarded by Sylvester. Senior stays with him, and it's stolen. Dylan Sheed read it like a book, and Dylan Sheed. I think people wanted the dunk. We didn't quite get it. But the Firebirds lead it by 17.
So finally starting to pull away again, doing exactly what they should be doing, taking as much time as possible off the clock and getting as much points as possible on the board.
All right, well, don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream, everybody. We have a good battle here between the Tigers and the Firebirds. We'll have more coming up here in the rest of this third quarter of action. Okay, welcome back here out of the timeout called by the Tigers. Truman try to regroup here. Firebirds out of the timeout. Looks like it's Mel Lindsay, Seamus McDermott, Shane Riley, Ryan Sylvester, and Dylan Sheed. Firebirds once again up by 17 with 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Mekhi Jackson running the point. being guarded by Lindsay to Flail. Flail has some good moves. Here's a three, and just missed. Gavin Burns missing the three. Good rebound by Sheed. Here's Shane Riley.
No foul. No.
Who just couldn't get the pass. And as you said, no foul. It's Ethan Flail who gets the job done for the Tigers. Cuts the deficit to 15. Coach Chapman and the team wanted the foul. Didn't get it, Caden.
Nope. But now it goes with a quick chance to rebound. They gave up the 2 points, but now there's no mistakes and almost made one.
Now, you know, Ryan did kind of drop the pass, but what an heart and hustle effort by Ryan to just fight for it and get the rebound back for HGP, even though it eventually did go the other way. That's really what you like to see out there. Firebirds fouls on Seamus McDermott. It's his second. It's a team's first. Here, the new half. Again, Truman coming in this game 1-9. Flail tries to get around Sheed. Goes up for kind of the behind the back. Good rebound by Sylvester. Sheed to his left to McDermott. Seamus tried to get it to Mel Lindsay, but Gavin Burns read that one. Here's Flail. Flail. Riley trying to get back, and Sheed, but it's Ethan Flail who's now starting to cut the deficit. So Firebirds starting to get a little too fancy with their passes. And it's stolen. Here's Lewis. Lewis finds Jackson. It's for three, and it's good. Makai Jackson. Deficits down by just 10 are the Tigers. Coach Chapman has really just been infuriated with the calls he's had tonight. Firebirds, though, are up by 10, but the Tigers cutting into the deficit, Caden. Firebirds need to stop this run.
So they really do. They just need points. They need time of possession. The less time that Truman has the ball, the more points Ghost is going to get, and the less points Truman will.
Yeah, and, you know, really the Firebirds coming out of this timeout, this 30-second timeout, kind of have to regroup, focus on limiting the turnovers, and really getting going here out of this timeout. And the fans are starting to get back into it, which is good. It's much closer. Firebirds at one point did lead by 17.
So like I mentioned in previous games, and I think I mentioned earlier today, Ghost has allowed multiple points on runs. They need to cut runs. Basketball is a game of runs. Ghost can easily get one on their own, but they need it fast.
Well, Caden, the Tigers on a run right now. Shane Riley, Seamus McDermott, Dylan Sheed going to try to put a stop to that. Ryan Sylvester, Mel Lindsay also out there. Sheed fakes a three, gets around Evans. McDermott with a wide pass to Sheed. Good job by Dylan to corral it. Mel Lindsay takes it with a hand in his face. Mel Lindsay for three, and he's heating up. Mel Lindsay's been good here in this one.
And we need more people to heat up, just like Mel Lindsay. Lindsay cannot carry this team all the way through the second half. If Mel Lindsay has to carry the team, Truman will start to take advantage.
Mel's been carrying it here, and here's Lindsay going up again here against Evans.
Wow.
He has two Tigers on him.
Wide open.
Shane Riley, it's for three, and it is good. Shane Riley for three.
Mel Lindsay on fire, getting right into the paint and making the brilliant pass.
Ethan Flail for the two. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good pass. McDermott to Sylvester. Ryan Sylvester with the layup. The bench is loving it. Firebirds by 16.
Now this is the type of shootout that we all wanted. High scoring, eventful, and great plays on both sides.
Tyrone Lewis wants to make a change to Truman's side, and he'll call timeout to do that. Some interesting chants by the student section. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds up by 16. Truman was on a run. Firebirds responding. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for more. Great games so far. All right, welcome back here to the Firebird Fieldhouse here on this Thursday evening. We do want to apologize for the somewhat pixelated images. The huddle is working through it. Great game so far. The tensions are rising a little bit, though, here in the Chapman Arena. Firebirds by 16, Mekhi Jackson. He's been so good. There's no other way to really put it. Mekhi Jackson has been the go-to man. Just when the Firebirds have seemed to pull away, Jackson has pulled him right back in.
So if Truman's able to pull off the upset here, Jackson will be the main reason why.
Mel Lindsay drives towards the paint. Sheed with a one-handed pass to Riley to McDermott. Good job by Seamus to keep it in. Sheed, good pass to Sean McGranahan with the layup. Good job by the senior Sean McGranahan.
So even if Ghost can get the threes to make up for Truman's threes, any point works.
Firebirds by 15. Jackson, good pass to Michael Burns. Going the other way, McGranahan to
Top
Lindsay.
for three.
Lindsay, pass to
There it
Seamus McDermott.
Oh.
I think the place would have been rocking if it was that one.
Oh,
Caden.
Lindsay taking a cheap
That one
shot,
fell.
though.
Here's Ethan Flail, and he's
Yeah.
blocked. Good piece by McGranahan. It's Sheed. He has it all his way. Dylan Sheed. The bench is loving it. The student section is loving it. Everybody's loving it.
Tell you, 2 on none. That's exactly the type of break that Ghost needed. More points on the board, more runs on by Holy Ghost.
Ryan Sylvester about to check in. Firebirds trying to pull away. Flail. Here's Spinks. It's for 3. Rebound picked up. It's Jackson. This is for 2. And that one was just missed. Good job by Riley to get the rebound, and we'll have a foul here against the Tigers. Now remember, Truman and Holy Ghost faced off in the face-off tournament at the beginning of the season. The Firebirds got the tip-off tournament. That's right. Thank you, Caden. They got the best of Truman, and it seems like some emotions have carried over from both sides. They're somewhat close to one another, the schools.
Yeah.
There's a good amount of people in attendance for both schools, so it's interesting here tonight.
So just a little bit of playful trash talk. You love to see it, especially when Ghost is up.
Sheed to Seamus McDermott. Rebound by Gavin Burns in the corner. Good fight for it by Ryan Sylvester. He needs to get back, though. Firebirds need to get back to defense. They lead by 17. Burns to Jackson. Jackson now. Sylvester will guard him. Pick set. Double teaming it are the Firebirds, and we'll have a foul here. It's a foul here against Ryan Sylvester. Out there for HGP, it's Sean McGranahan, Shane Riley, Dylan Sheed, Ryan Sylvester, and Seamus McDermott.
I just say, although these two teams have a somewhat rivalry, you can both agree these referees have not been kind to either side.
It's been lively. Lively is one way to put it, Caden. Mekhi Jackson for the mid-range from the corner. Missed rebound picked up by McGranahan. Sean now slows down the pace. Firebirds may hold for the last shot here in the third quarter. They lead by 17. Riley now to McDermott. Shane now at the top of the key to Sheed near the logo. 30 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Seamus to Shane. Shane to Dylan. Coach Chapman calls out the plays. One of the only PA coaches to ever hit 900 wins. Did that feat last year. Well accomplished. Dylan Sheed looks for Riley, 10 seconds. Dylan being guarded by Burns, cross-court pass, and it goes out of play. Miscommunication. I think Sheed was looking for Riley, but Ryan Sylvester was able to cut him off.
Even with the turnover, however, Goat's still able to kill over 30 seconds on that drive, and that brings him just that much closer to a win.
Sorry about that, Caden. James Cahill going to check in. 4.9 seconds left to play, and we're going to have a stoppage here. It looks like we're good now. Going to inbound is Michael Burns. Burns, now you can hardly hear. Flail with a last-second three-pointer, and no good.
Air ball.
At the end of three quarters, the Firebirds are up by 17. It's been crazy in this building. And we'll be back here in the start of this fourth quarter. All right, everybody, welcome back here to the Firebird Fieldhouse. David Szymanski with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, along with Caden Stewart. Caden, there's been a lot of great games this year. A lot of great games. And this one, although the score is not all that close, the tensions and the electricity may be a little higher than they've really ever been this year.
So, and even though the score isn't close, I have to say, all credit to Truman. And no offense, but at the start of this game, it looks like even more lopsided than the Punic Wars. Truman, this is insane.
Yeah, Truman battled back. Mekhi Jackson as well as Ethan Flail have done their part here recently. Noah McDermott, the junior, out there for HGP. Cahill to Sylvester. Sylvester looks to get back to James. James going to work against Burns. Tried to get it to Noah McDermott, but Ethan Flail comes away with it, and they have numbers. It's Jackson looking for Flail. Good job to get the tip by Shane Riley. Firebirds now are 3-on-3, and with a foul, it's on the floor.
If by numbers you meant high turnover numbers, you're right.
Yeah. It's the first foul against Franz Fabian. It's a team's fourth of the half. Firebirds up 55-38. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for a post-game show featuring an interview with the player of the game. Foul here against Franz Fabian. It's now his second in the last 40 seconds. Again, thank you to Mr. Burke for running the clock today. He does have the quarters right in this one. Well, he was 3 of 4. He was 75%. And we'll hopefully play Mount Rushmore with Mr. Burke after the game today. And we'll have another foul here. It's going to go against the Truman Tigers.
The student section is so big, they're spilling onto the court.
Yeah, that's true. Out there for the Firebirds, it's Riley, Sylvester, Cahill, McDermott, and Sheed. So the Firebirds make some substitutions. Want to thank everybody for joining us here on this Thursday evening. Hope everybody is safe with the impending snow tomorrow and Saturday. And we have a long weekend. At least the students do, not the teachers, but the students have a long weekend. I'm sorry, teachers. Shane Riley to Ryan Sylvester. Sylvester being guarded by Flail to the junior Noah McDermott. Noah now slows things down. Back to James Cahill. Cahill back to Noah McDermott. McDermott in the corner turns it over to Fabian. Fabian now. McDermott has to get back, crosses half-court logo, looking for Flail, but fighting for it is Sylvester. He's on the ground. McDermott gets it back, looks for Riley, and Shane is there. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Sheed underneath to Sylvester. We'll have another foul coming up here against the Tigers, and they just can't believe it. Mel Lindsay, Seamus McDermott about to check in for HGP.
Say, Ghost really is capitalizing here this fourth quarter. The big question was, since Ghost has allowed multiple runs, would they allow a run here late in the fourth quarter, or early in the fourth quarter, and give Truman plenty of time to come back? But they have not done that. In fact, no points have been scored in the fourth quarter thus far.
Yeah, they're for sure beginning to pull away here. Very good student section, though, here on Crowd in terms of size and everything, loud, electricity. Yep. First one at the line is good for Ryan Sylvester. One more for Ryan. Firebirds trying to get their 57th point of the evening. And Ryan's got it. Here's Mekhi Jackson. Jackson going to work against Lindsay. It's been a very good matchup so far here today. There is Lewis, and Lewis makes the layup. Shanbul Lewis, the senior guard.
I would like to mention before the game, I've noticed that Truman is averaging 70 points allowed and only scoring 50 points per game. Ghost is already at 57, so it looks like they're starting to pull away with it. But I'd say 60 is their target. If they hit 60, they'll win.
Hopefully there is a pull away here. Shane Riley, well, it's already starting to get there. Here's Dylan Sheed. Sheed to Lindsay. Lindsay, I could tell he thought about it. Mel going up for the two, and the rim didn't help out the Firebirds there, but Mel will go to the line to shoot two regardless. He's been a beast tonight.
So he really has. He has been a dominant force for Holy Ghost. Ghost really needed someone step up after the Aiden Graham injury, and Lindsay has taken his role and doubled it.
Yeah, Mel has been excellent tonight. Truman now has 8 fouls.
Wow.
Just here in, what have we played, 10 minutes?
That's crazy.
A little more than 10 minutes. First one at the line for Lindsay is good after a bounce. One more at the line. I'm telling you, though, I mean, of course, Mel is shooting, so it would be the opposing team, but we have to get something like the Frosty Freeze out. We have to. Speaking of the Frosty Freeze out, Sixers in action tonight against the Lakers. Should be an interesting one from the Wells Fargo Center. Flail to Jackson. Jackson, Mackay with speed. It's Mackay Jackson from downtown. Rebound by Seamus McDermott. The junior gets it to Shane Riley. Now Coach Chapman, I think, wants to slow down the pace a little bit here. Both teams have not really done a whole lot of full court press tonight. Sylvester tried to get the layup, and he'll get the job done. Ryan Sylvester has also really heated up recently. Firebirds, Caden, have hit 60.
So Ghost really starting to run away with it again. 20-point lead in addition to that. It's not like they have a lot of run, then got to 60. They have extended their lead, 20 points, and it's starting to be a blowout.
Gavin Burns took the 3 from the corner. Good board from Jackson. Mackay didn't quite have enough. Lindsay fighting for it. Sylvester falls to the ground. Back to Flail. Ethan Flail tries to make a move around Seamus. Good defense by Seamus to stay with them. Flail makes the 2. He is the leading scorer in the district for a reason and makes that look easy.
Say Flail was not really that good in the first half, but really picked it up in the second half, and he has really kept Truman in it for the most part.
Well, a foul coming up here against the Tigers. Out there for HGP, it's Sylvester, McDermott, Sheed, Lindsay, and Riley. And looks like we're going to have 2 at the line for Shane Riley. Just Coach Chapman is going to talk to the other 4 players in the huddle here. First one is good. Sean McGranahan going to check in. Wyatt Spink is going to check in for the Tigers. Spink has provided some speed for them here in this one. Mackay Jackson back out as well. One more at the line as we're going to get things set up here. And no one has anywhere to go here on this Thursday evening. Just going to, all right, here we go. Now everybody get set. One more for Shane Riley. Shane Riley perfect at the line. And once again, point lead, back up to 20 for HGP. Flail tries to get around McGranahan. He did for a second. Ethan Flail being triple teamed. Rebound by Sylvester. There's Seamus McDermott, and the Firebirds are closing the windows, locking all doors.
So then they are really shutting this thing down. It's starting to really be a pull away. And I would like to mention, at the start of the game, they were on pace to score 80 points. Usually you say that as a joke, like there's no way they keep up that pace. They're already at 64 after Shane Riley's 2-point play.
It's a Firebird frenzy here tonight. Spinks in the corner, back underneath to Flail. Wyatt Spinks thinks about it underneath, and we'll have an N1 here. Ethan Flail gets the bucket, and we'll go to the line to try to make it a 3-point play. See who the foul is on for HGP. It's going to be on Sean McGranahan, his second, team's 4th. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. Antonio Carr checks in for the Tigers. Dylan Shee checking in for Holy Ghost. One more, well, just one in total at the line for Flail after he made the layup. Going to try to make it a 3-point play. Firebirds lead by 19. Also going to check back in is Javier Adams. Telling you, Truman, I like the sneakers for Truman. I really do.
Yeah, they do look good.
They look good, everybody.
So they got the light blue, pink, and purple, and you can't go wrong with the classic black and white.
True. Firebirds staying classic here. Mel Lindsay makes a move in the paint. Good pass, wide open. Dylan Sheed had everything but the finish. Shane Riley now going up and tried to get the layup. Firebirds, though, just have to convert those in the future. There's a 3, and it's off by Gavin Burns. May have been a 2, but looked like it would have counted for 3. McDermott finds Sean McGranahan, who was left wide open. Firebirds now have put 66 on the Tigers. Again, stay tuned for a post-game entertainment. We'll have the post-game show along with hopefully Matt Rushmore with Mr. Burke and our player of the game interview. Here's a 3 from downtown. Javier Adams. Mel Lindsay with the rebound.
Said Lindsay again, his stats just keep on increasing. He's not stopping. Oh.
Lindsay is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So really big credit to Mel Lindsay. He's a big force for Holy Ghost, and that means Truman has been fouling him a lot more than usual. And he's really stepped up and he's made those free throws, and then again, that has kept Ghost in the game. Or should they help him pull away?
Mel Lindsay gets the first one at the line. Mark Tomasetti going to check in for Shane Riley. One more at the line for Mel Lindsay. Try to be perfect at the line. And Mel just missed. Didn't quite have enough on that one. He does go 1 for 2 at the line and gets the Firebirds to their 67th point of the evening. Here's Ethan Flail and gets the little hook shot. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to play here overall in this one. It seems like we are well past midnight.
It really does. I get tired really easily.
Here's Seamus McDermott.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he'll get the layup, the deuce for Seamus McDermott. But when you get here at 7 o'clock each morning, it extends out a little bit. Here's Antonio Carr being double-teamed by Lindsay and Sheed. Back out for 3. It's Spinks. Foul here against Truman. It will go the other way. And they are into double-digit fouls, so it looks like we're going to have shots at the line here. Sean McGranahan going to shoot 2 at the line. We'll see who Coach Chapman puts in the lineup here with just less than 2 minutes to play. Again, we want to give our thoughts and prayers to Aiden Graham, who went down with an injury in the first half. We wish him the best. We can see him with our trainer, Jeff Jacoby. Sean McGranahan will shoot 1 more at the line. And the Firebirds going to make a bunch of check-ins. It's Dan Raxness, Ian Hendricks, Sean McGranahan, who will shoot 1 more at the line, James Cahill, and Mark Tomasetti. Second one at the line for McGranahan is good. Sean goes 1 for 2 at the line, and Caden, Firebirds have hit 70.
So he goes again, continuing to put the points on.
McGranahan did jump there with a foul. Not quite sure who it's against. Looks like it's against Truman. Thought it originally may have been against HGP. Jason Brown is about to check in. Go ahead, Caden.
This really is going to be a bad beat for Truman, though. They have really kept themselves in it. They've gone on plenty of runs, but just the fouls in the second half have been the big issue, and they've had a couple turnovers.
Absolutely. But, I mean, I will say that, like I said, Truman is they've hustled. They've Dan Raxness is good at the line. 1 more for Dan. Jason Brown checks in for Sean McGranahan. We'll also get a, like I said, stay tuned for the post-game show. Just about 2 minutes until that occurs here. Second one at the line is no good. Of a foul goes the other way, and it's in violation there. Firebirds commit the foul. Firebirds will get to rest some of their starters for a couple minutes here to end this one. Next game will be on Saturday. It will be at Ben Salem. Here's a 3 from Ethan Flail. It's off. Fighting for the rebound is a Tiger, but it will go the other way. HGP will take over. Caden, Firebirds' next game is on, as I already said, Saturday. Just trying to find the time for everybody watching us at home. It is 2 o'clock. Right. On the 29th. Now, it may snow. There may be 6 inches of snow on the ground, so it may get canceled. But it's scheduled for 2 o'clock at Ben Salem. Really close. Should be a good game. Next home game will be on Monday against Mass Community Charter. That should be a good game. The game on Monday is at 5:30, so a new start time. have a travel here against HGP.
Looks like fans starting to head out for that bad call.
1 minute, 20 seconds left to play. Gavin Burns tried to get the pass to Jackson, but here's Mark Tomasetti. The junior goes up. Couldn't finish, unfortunately, for HGP. Good try, though, by Mark. Here's Burns, who was able to get off the Spinks. Hits for 3 if it's good. Rebound picked up by Gavin Burns. Burns to Jackson. Jackson for 3. This one just off. Rebound by Spinks. Firebirds need a board. And we'll have a foul here against the Firebirds.
But even though Ghost not playing a terribly great team, they really did need this win. Now they're on a 3-game win streak. They're making up points in the standings, and now they have a much comfortable cushion for a home state playoff game.
True. All about that home playoff game. It's all about home court advantage in the playoffs. Firebirds going to get their 8th win on the season. They'll improve to 8-6. They now won 3 in a row, which is good because they were on a little bit of a losing skid there for a little bit. Now starting to get back on track, including 2 home victories.
Yep. And just
offensive foul against Truman. Go ahead, Kaden.
Just double check. Those playoffs are for the state playoffs, right? Or city?
That would be district.
District,
okay. Yes. All right, just 48 seconds left to play here. Refs are going to talk a little bit, but.
So they really have not been on the same page. David and I have both noticed that. Or should I say you and I?
Yeah, sure. Flail not happy about the call. Yeah, I mean, both teams have not been happy with the ref.
Yeah.
It was first half, it was Coach Chapman. Second half, it's been Truman. First one at the line is good for James Cahill.
So just a little word of advice that my dad always told me after I get annoyed at a ref. If they were any good, they'd be in the pros.
All right, well, Caden said that, I didn't. And now either Coach Chapman or somebody on the scorer's table is not happy with the refs.
Oh, my goodness.
So we don't know what's going on now. Jason Brown. Can the Firebirds hit 80? They'll need 6, Caden. 48 seconds. It's good.
Possible.
All right, Firebirds, they're up. Here's Gavin Burns. It's for 3, and this one just had a little too much there for Burns. Rebound by Araxnis to Tomasetti.
I would also like to mention the Holy Ghost has scored double-digit points in every single quarter today. Yeah, it's really been a high-scoring game for them and an exciting one for the fans.
It's been a great game for HGP and Hendricks. They're going to wait till the last shot, it looks like here.
And that's the right move. At least give Truman the credit that they know they didn't get blown out.
True.
As much as they could.
10 seconds. Araxnis to Hendricks. Crowd is on their feet. That will do it. 4 seconds. 1 and 0. That will do it. HGP defeats the visiting Tigers by a final score of 75-47. Caden will get your initial thoughts and reactions in the postgame show. Firebirds beat Truman. right, everybody. Well, it's time to wrap it up here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Chmansky with you here along with Caden Stewart. We're now into the post-game show. Firebirds win, Caden, 75-47 over Harry S. Truman High School. Leading scorers for tonight, it's 18 for 18 for Ryan Sylvester, 14 for Mel Lindsay, and 12 for Shane Riley. Caden, initial thoughts, and Ryan, Mel, and Shane were all really good today.
Okay, well, of course, first on my mind has to be for Aiden Graham, just to make sure he's okay, and be able to, hopefully maybe get back for Saturday. Maybe probably not, but still, it'll be very, very, I should say, intriguing to watch. But it looks like he's relatively fine. But getting back to the real game at hand, Mel Lindsay really kept us in the game. Sylvester really kept us in the game. We had a lot of big names that really showed up in the second half, made sure Truman did not continue their run, and then made a run of our own.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, Caden, Aiden Graham, of course, at the top of our minds. We want to keep him in your thoughts here tonight. And for sure, a dangerous collision, not collision, but just dangerous play when you're going up and extending that far and then coming down. So we wish Aiden the best of luck here. Firebirds, though, they beat Truman. They extend their winning streak to 3 in a row, and they'll try it again on Saturday against Ben Salem, trying to make it 4 in a row and really good on a streak to right the season.
Yeah, it really is a good way to write this season. I think they're up 7-5 now. Am I mistaken with that? Or 7-6? Oh, 8-6. That's even better. So Ghost really continuing to make that late playoff run. They're trying to get that home playoff spot. I think they almost have it locked up if they continue to play like this.
Absolutely, and we'll check the division standings on Monday when they get refreshed against Mass. That game will be at a new start time, 5:30 on Monday. So a little bit of some flexing action. Usually some of these games gets flexed to later. We're getting flexed earlier. 5:30,
right.
Caden. There's not going to be as much. So for everybody at home who doesn't know, we first of all, sorry for not playing Mount Rushmore today. We do want to apologize for that. Mr. Helsley was not here. Halftime was a little crazy with all the students, but we tried to work it out as best as possible. But I was saying something, Caden, and now I can't remember. What was I saying here?
You're talking about maybe fans?
Something. All right, well, maybe I'll come back to it. Everybody.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get back to it eventually. But yeah, Firebirds trying to build here on a winning streak. They'll try that again on Saturday if it doesn't, snow tremendously. Maybe nothing, maybe a lot, but we'll keep you updated here. All right. Well, when we come back, we'll have our interview with our star of the game. We'll find out who that is, probably Ryan Sylvester, but we'll find out for sure just coming up here in a little bit. Stay tuned for more action on the other side of this post-game show break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back here to our second kind of TV timeout, if you will. Firebirds, again, going to defeat Harry S. Truman, but we do want to give shout out, though. The crowd was really good today for both teams today. Makai Jackson, though, was their leading scorer, and he looked really good, along with Ethan Flail, who was the leading scorer of the districts for Harry S. Truman High School.
I'd say we really were able to shut down Flail. I think that really contributed to most of the momentum of Ghost game. If Flail was able to get off to a hot start early, they'd have been too focused on him, and many other Truman players would have really taken control and taken the helm of that #1 scorer position. But Ghost really was able to pull away with that. They had many scores of their own, and then the scoreboard really did show that at the end.
Yeah, and something really true is when we got the rosters printed out, Ethan Flair was not on the roster. He was, and obviously he was with the team. I mean, he's the leading scorer in the district, but for some reason his name was left off the roster. That was kind of weird because, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Shout out to Matt who fed us the information.
Oh, yeah.
With that, Matt is our wonderful producer, gets everything set up for the live stream here. So he was helping us out with that. All right, we have Dylan and Ryan coming up here in just a second. But yeah, so Matt, thank you for everything. And he's also updating the Max Preps page. So you want to stay along with the game, you can't listen to the stream. Max Preps is updated. Thank you, Matt. All right, well, 2 players of the game. We have Dylan Sheed and Ryan Sylvester, leading scorer of the game with 18, if my memory is right. All right, so we're going to give you guys the wireless mic. This is going to work, right, Matt? All right, so try to just hold it as close to your face as possible so we can get the audio. All right.
Hello.
All right, so the first question, I'm going to start with you, Ryan. 18 points. Crowd was really going today. You were really going. Talk a little bit about how you kind of fed off that energy and put up a lot of points today.
I mean, every night, whenever the fans are there, it just, like you said, feeds off the team. And, we just wanted to go out and get a dub. I'm not too worried about my individual stats. Just wanted to go out, do whatever I can to win, and ended up being the leader. Oh, my bad. I'm not too worried about my stats personally. Just wanted to go out, do whatever I could, and help us get the win, and that worked. So.
Very humble answer, Ryan. Very humble answer. All right, Caden, you want to hit one of them with a question?
I have a question for both of you. So we saw Mr. Chapman, or I should say Coach Chapman, very mad coming off of the floor. What was that halftime like, and what was the complete change? We saw a complete 360 turnaround, or I should say 180 turnaround from the first half to the second half.
Yeah, so in the locker room, Mr. Chapman said, he basically told us, don't worry about the refs, just keep doing your thing, he'll handle the officials, and just basically play our game, because he knows what he's doing, and he's going to coach us to victory.
Yeah, I mean, this team has really been playing with each other for our whole lives. So, it's not new to go through adversity. And Chapman kind of calmed us down and got us back up to how we were playing in the first quarter. So, he was calm and collective, and it really helped us out. So, yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so biggest play of the game, at least in my opinion from watching, was kind of like seeing Seamus kind of hit the threes and then Mel kind of doing his thing, and you guys both coming in. Talk a little bit about kind of, because you guys are running kind of like a 7-guy kind of rotation with guys who can be starters too. So talk a little bit of kind of like a full team effort, a lot of scorers depth-wise.
Yeah, I mean, everybody on this team can play basketball, and especially the guys that are in the game. So it's always good when you have 7 guys, 8 guys, that can go out and score. And, that happened tonight, and that's huge, you know what I mean? So, yeah, really big, really big.
I would say there's a lot of special talent on this team, a lot of basketball skills. And if you think our team's good now, just wait till next year. These juniors are going to be exciting to watch next year.
Perfect. Dylan, it's becoming a regular kind of on the show. It's like constantly. Good play for both you guys. Really appreciate it. Let's get a win on Saturday against Ben Salem.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. All right, I'll shut that off. Thank you so much, Ryan and Dylan, for stopping by again. Ryan Sylvester with 18 points, leading scorer for the Firebirds. Again, HGP next game is on Saturday afternoon at Ben Salem, 2:30, 2 o'clock. I think it's 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Somebody wrong information out there. It's been a long day. All right, 2 o'clock, Ben Salem, Saturday. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay up to date with all the action. Firebird Morning News, our first episode this morning. Stay up to date with all the other stuff, whether that's academically. We had the Firebirds Parade a couple weeks ago for the incoming class of 2026. There's a lot of different things going on. Caden, any kind of like final remarks to end this week and get us to our 3-day weekend?
So I'm very excited for the 3-day weekend, I'll tell you that much.
All right, well, go Sixers tonight. They're taking on the Lakers at the WFC, the center. It was rocking, kind of like the center tonight. Not as many seats, but it was really rocking tonight. Good fan effort, good fan support out there tonight. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. David Chemansky, joined by Caden Stewart. It's always been a pleasure. Have a great night. Be nice to one another, love one another, and go Firebirds.